Checking in now on Apple's third quarter results. They are just crossing the wires, and let me get those to you. So Q3 EPS 140 versus the 135 that was expected. Revenue up 5% to 85.8 billion. The street was closer to 84.46 billion. So beats there on the top and the bottom. Gross margin hangs in there, 46.3%. That was better than expected. Turning to the segments, iPhone 39.3 billion. The street was closer to 38.95 billion. Services 24.2. Estimates were close to 23.95. Mac up 2% to 7.01 billion. iPad up 24% to 7.16 billion. Wearables, home and accessories 8.1 billion in the quarter. Finally, Greater China 14.73 billion. Estimates had called for something close to 15.26 billion. I did have the chance, Julie, to speak here with CFO Luca Maestri. Let me bring you Maestri's comments. Overall, he would characterize this as a very good quarter. It was a June quarter record, he said, on the top and bottom lines. By segment, he said iPhone revenue did actually grow when measured in constant currency. He also called out the installed base of iPhones, set a new all-time record, so that's important. He's referring there to the number of active iPhones in people's hands all around the world. Of course, let's also talk about China, which missed expectations. Luca Maestri telling us, listen, we're seeing positive. One, he said business is improving as we kind of move through this cycle. In constant currency, he said the decline was actually less than 3%. So he's saying currency playing a factor there. All-time iPhone install base record there, he told me. Top 3 models in urban China were iPhones. They feel good about the business. Guidance, we know, will come on the call. Luca Maestri will give a forecast, at least color and commentary at that point.
It was very interesting to watch the stock reaction as you were speaking, because it was kind of bouncing around between positive and negative. Now it's a little bit more solidly positive here. Something to point out, just context-wise, when we look at the big picture for Apple, this is a rebound in sales growth, right? Because the company's sales had fallen for 5 of the past 6 quarters. So that 5% gain in sales, better than the 3% that was estimated, you know, that's got to be a relief for the Apple bulls out there. So that's something to point to. Of course, as you say, the forecast is going to be really important. And of course, to beat the drum, anything they say about AI and how AI is going to inform their next iOS, how it's going to inform demand for their devices going forward. It feels like that's really the other item that the street wants to get more clarity around. You can bet on that call, analysts are going to be all over that, trying any which way to get some commentary there. Will they get any? We'll see.
We'll see. One more issue here, you know, capital expenditures, Julie. Just want to touch on that because there's a lot made. Apple's big tech rivals are obviously spending a lot on CapEx, building out these data centers to host AI services. So I asked Luca Maestri, just how are you thinking there in Cupertino about CapEx plans, especially to capitalize on the AI opportunity? Luca Maestri telling us, listen, we've announced Apple Intelligence. We've made all the investments we need to. We're going to continue making investments. He also reminded us that people compare us to these other big tech companies, but he pointed out, listen, we have a different business model and operating model. It is a hybrid, he reminds us. We do a lot of work in our data centers and partner, though, with others and use on their data centers. So he's just knowing the differences here between himself and others. People excited about Apple Intelligence. It is another reason to upgrade the iPhone, he said.